Hey Ryan, Coach Blake here. Good to see you again. I know I've analyzed a few of your swings and I really appreciate the work you're putting in. And I also think it's such a great thing to keep working. Even though you're not playing the games you're supposed to play, you're not just going to just let all this time go to waste. So, good job by you on keeping at it. So let's kind of get into your swing here. And I have you in your setup. And you'll see on your right there is Mike Trout. So, he's one of the best hitters in the game. And, if we're going to model ourselves after somebody, I think he's a great person to do it. Now, with you, your setup is just right. I mean, we have your bat. A lot of guys, don't have it this high. And I wish they did. You've got it at a great angle here. And this is just what we're looking for. But I'm going to actually focus on something else with you that might be a little different than I've done with a lot of your teammates, and that's your load. So, in order, Ryan, to really get into the swing, so in order to really generate some momentum, we need to go back first. And I'm sure you've heard that before. I'm sure this isn't the first time. So, with Trout here, I've already kind of froze him on his load. And if you'll notice what's going on here, he has this massive leg kick, which, by the way, I'm not recommending. But what he does is he uses that leg kick to really get into this back side of his swing. No, I'm going to play yours forward. And as we go forward here, Ryan, so this basically there is your load. All right. So if you'll notice, right now in this frame by frame, I have you and Trout in the same position in the load. And as you can see, there's a lot of kind of flexion in his back side, meaning his muscles are flexed into his back and everything is off of the front, okay? And that's what I want you to try to get a little more of. So instead of kind of this straight up, I want you to really get more into your back hip here. All right. And I think what that's going to help you do is get momentum then going forward. You got to move it back before you can go forward. So as we take Trout forward, you'll see what he does. He just shifts all that weight from the back into a very dramatic way into his front. But you could never get there unless you've moved back. And so here, you're going to get into your front. You actually do a good job of getting off your back. There's just not much movement there because you never really sunk into it, okay? So hopefully looking at, one of the best hitters in the games really, helps you have a model to kind of transform your swings or pieces of your swings. And, I think there's a lot of good things. Your setup was really good. The contact you make, with your wrist in the direction they are is really good. I mean, there's a lot of good things going on. But until you really get, let's go back. Let's get Trout. There's Trout. And there's you. So until you really sink into that back hip, you're going to have trouble generating the power that I want to see you generate. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I'd really like for you to get out next week, whether it's in your backyard or whether, it's at one of our little practices. Work on that. Work on getting that weight back and taking it forward. And then I'll take the next step with you after I watch you really try to shift that weight. Because once you start to really get that dramatic shift back, moving it forward brings on a whole nother set of problems. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. We're trying to perfect this swing. And I know that you're going to keep at it. And I look forward to seeing what you can do next week. Talk to you soon, Ryan.